sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru. As do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Speak with my comrades. Oh, fuck. Go on, Rice. Don't miss this chance to say a word with each of our friends. After all you've been through together, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Ah, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. Ahem. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust? Glad to hear it. You're in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you recovered. Then again, it is hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Meteon defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Rean has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianger as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the Scions on the world stage. There will never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering, when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I am faring well and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, then to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Rice. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? No. Best decision I've ever made. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running and you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller in the bargain. Oh. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you'll earn your keep now. You talk as if the Scion's dissolution was more than a mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amarik hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Some days ago, a Hanish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The Worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnair, like elsewhere, the phenomena caused by the final days abated when you defeated Meteon. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sharlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Sharlayan if they wish, to work and study. Vitra was always the saw-trap in truth. It's gratifying to see and become one in name as well, one who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict, so weary they were of suffering and rot, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgard Stormer did not give up. In hope he made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hate to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lance, I feel the weight of their struggle and their strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. See you, Kansai. Have a good work day. I need to save the best for last. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't, at present, planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there is something I've been meaning to ask you, something that had been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final day subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpses of the era, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal record for wider consumption. Good night, Zindani. Thanks for being here. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which falls to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other, until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. Well, what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Let them be read and remembered. Very well done. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea and the ancients, and of so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be a less polished work, and more a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought out your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. I'll be back for you, Graha. Oh, the Lockbirds theme. Rice, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow. Akin to a pixie's path, the navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Lockbirds embark on a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of each other. A process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Lockbirds hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of the star, and 'tis Vinaz's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. Friendship. Friends. I did not wish to presume. I would be honored should they consider me a friend, for 'tis certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the scions of the seventh dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Ofttimes hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal, and yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus instead, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder cross stormy seas, ever shall I answer my summons. Thy summons. Twins are gonna be my second to last. Oh, Rice, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Charlian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. A decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. I won't lie, I thought that was it for me. So did everyone. I'm so sorry, Rice. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the Forum without my nerves getting the better of me, and I always felt to you and the others. I must, and will, do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Aldessian. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika and our other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us, not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel allured for the task itself. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. Student trust class possible? Maybe. Oh, Rice, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been, tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlian. Both Alice and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilsebar contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helmed the relief effort, with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Licinia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth of Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn to a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts so we might better help them to begin anew. Thanks for being here, Umbra. I hope you have a good night. You'd best write me too. Write you letters? Of course I'd be glad to do so. But I'd be gladder still you were to come and visit, and I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and I will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and bad, as a dependable comrade and a dear friend both. Thank you, Rice, from the bottom of my heart. Oh, cute. Rice, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sleep of my belongings. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Well, in case you hadn't heard, we received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north in Garlemald and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Charlian too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. The sounds are no longer needed. Which isn't to say we won't help out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though, that I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere trying my very best. I look full. I think you can keep up with me. Heh, you asked for it, so you'd better watch out. Oh yes. The next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. I wonder if there will be a time skip. It's hard to say. Oh, Rice, might you have a moment to talk? With the Scion stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Kryl, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldesion. Not only am I indebted to Master Galef for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set forth within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you, never become caretaker of the tower, never became a Scion. You gave me the chance to do much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps, mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you unto the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? Well, 'tis true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor, there needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought. Ha, I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner, find a new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a commission of interest come my way, you'll be the first to know. Yeah, when do I get to go to Ishgard with you? By the way, have you spoken with Fail Ul of late? Some days ago, they appeared to me in a dream. Of the sleeping persuasion, that is. All is well in the first, they bade me to tell you. When I asked why not tell you themselves, they unleashed giant ravenous beavers upon me. Have you perchance done something to incur their ire? Yeah, let me have a date with Graha. God! Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. I guess I'll leave. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till we next meet, be well. Heroes. Yeah, there's beavers in Omeg.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
What's next? Oh, we're gonna go see La Habrea soon. Wow. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Oh shit, we're in Opus? Wait.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me.
Is that Elidibus?
An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night, the beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
Oh shit. Oh. Rest well, champion of Aetheris, for many and more adventures await you. Oh. Are you finished? No. What does that mean? Argos! We do get Argos! last year of Ghana, so I don't spoil people here. There's 2 dungeons. There's 2 more dungeons? Wait, really? Wait, where do you unlock? Oh my god, Argos. Moon and Ultima. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'll do those tomorrow. And Minion. Oh shit, I don't know where it is. Oh, it's vanilla. Oh, cute. Oh, the mask. Oh, she's cute. They're both picked up in Charlotte. Oh, yeah. Momochi. I finished. What is that? What are you wearing? How the fuck you get that? Wait. Gaja Sue. Oh my god. Cute. I love it. It's adorable. This new mount? Oh, show. Show. Do you have it? Oh, you don't have it yet. Wow. Now I can go on I can go on Twitter again. Oh, it's that mount. Wait, so what's the extreme mount? Oh, lynxes. Oh, I want to see what they look like. I don't know what to say. What is my first tweet back on Twitter? The only thing I could think of is that was fucking amazing. Yep, that's exactly what I wrote. Okay. I'm sad. It's over. What do I do? What do I do now that it's over? I'll figure that out tomorrow. Now I can finally play the game. I need a level Sage, like now. I need to get it to 90. Yeah. I don't know if I should stream tomorrow, frankly. I'm almost on a 13-hour stream. Wait, so I got anything inside. 2 days? just call this my Elvis house? Yeah, I need to. I'm literally just gonna lay in the bed and just probably cry again. Do not punish me. Oh, I almost evicted you. That's just boring. Well, let's see. As long as I can get it. Oh, fuck you, I can't. I'm crying. Fuck you, Momochi. I finally saw crying. Yeah, where'd you get it? I'm gonna end the stream. I've almost streamed for 13 hours. And it's 2:30 in the morning. And I'm crying again. This song doesn't make it better. But I want to keep it. Thanks for the follow. Oh, I can turn off follow mode. Wait, that wasn't it. Oh shit. Wait, how did I enable it again? Fuck. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I'm crying again. But, yeah, thanks everyone for being with me while playing this and not spoiling anything for me. I don't think I'll get over this. Been thinking on how to describe the Endwalker experience to a non-FF player. I don't really know how. You're just like me. To say the least. It's just like I've never been this emotionally invested in a game before. So much as to just cry like this just hearing this song. But it was just that good. Every part of it was so good. And they wrapped up so well. was sad it's over. Like, I didn't rush it at all. I really took my time with playing it. I just obviously had a lot of time. I took days off to do this. But like, fuck, dude. I don't think anything can compare to this experience. And that's why, like, there are some people that were like, you know, what do spoilers matter? Like, if I know the end, it doesn't matter to me. But like, playing through this was crazy. Sorry, I'm getting like hyper emotional. Like, you can't tell me. If you were to just know, like, yeah, you fight Mitsuyon in the end, like, you'll be satisfied with that. You can't. You have to go through the entire thing to really, really, like, experience it. Yeah, even if there's a story, like, it's still ours, and however we choose to, I don't want to say interpret it, but how we experience it. In this case, even had they told you you'll become a Zun and kill Medion, like, the fuck, you're exactly. Because then you're like, who the fuck is Medion, you know? Yeah. For real. You know what's special about the expansion? This time they really went out to show how much the rest of the Eorzea appreciates you and all the work. Exactly, yeah. I feel like you don't really get that at all in the previous expansions. You really don't. Yeah, like, honestly, when Alice and Alphino were, like, when they were just discussing it, just, like, leaving you alone, that's when they broke down. Not so much when they actually left. And also allows us to question ourselves what we do, is it right? Yeah. Sad. Anyway, I should probably shut up before my parents get mad at me for talking at 2:30. Yeah. I'll probably stream tomorrow, honestly. But I don't know what time. Well, it's 2:30. Okay. No, actually, you guys, I'm not gonna raid anyone. Thank you for gifting 10 gifted subs. before I start sobbing on stream. You can join the Discord. Follow on Twitter. Or you follow the stream as well. I'm gonna go cry in bed now. Thanks for subbing. Y'all are acting cute. Okay, I'm gonna stop now before I start sobbing. Good night.